Hi, this is Dr. Jane Riley, and I want to welcome you again to your community camera. And November is Healthy Skincare Month. So what we want to do today is talk about skincare. And the skin is the largest organ of your body. And you know, a lot of people just kind of treat it like it's impervious to everything. They expose it to all kinds of chemicals. They expose it to the sun, many injurious environmental hazards, and just treat it kind of like it's saran wrap. But you know, the skin is the largest organ of your body, and we need to really take care of it. So to help us understand that, we have today Liz Fletcher from the Paradise Day Spa in Old Town Kapaa, and she's going to help us because she is an esthetician of many years and European trained, so she's got a lot of really good pointers for you. So welcome today, Liz.
Well, Jane, thank you so much for having me.
That's my pleasure. So you know, the number one killer among cancers is skin cancer.
Yes,
melanoma.
it is.
And then we have two other kinds of cancers as well, basal cell and squamous cell carcinoma. And you know, there's very easy ways to protect ourselves from that. So what are some easy ways?
Oh, first of all, SPF hats, the wetsuits that you can wear when you're in the water if you're going to be a water person and you're out there all the time. I mean, it's we see so much of it here on Kauai all the time. I'm sending people to the dermatologist, and a couple of times it's been melanoma, so it is very prevalent here.
How often do you wear SPF on your face?
Every morning before I leave, even though I'm just driving and I'm going to work and I'm inside. Just that, the rays just hitting the sides of your face. All the women come in and they have the brown spots, so it's usually on the left side of their face, and that's from being in the car. So, you know, that little bit of exposure can do it.
Exactly. So it needs to be, I understand, at least a 30, SPF 30?
Yes, that's what we recommend.
Right, and it's what you use at the spa all the time.
30 and 50.
Right, 30 and 50. Right, so moving on, I mean, we know that skin cancer is something that can be avoided by using proper protection, long sleeves, long pants, a hat, using sunglasses for your eyes and that type of thing. But there's also other things that we can do to ensure that our skin looks well as being healthy. And you know, it's often been said that your skin's kind of the mirror of your health. So if your skin looks good, you're probably healthy, right? Yeah. So things like drinking water.
Oh yeah, drinking water, a healthy diet. The skin health comes from the gut, so it's from the inside out. And you know, your basic cleansing. I mean, cleanse your face morning and night. Hopefully you'll cleanse and you'll moisturize and or your SPF. And if you do those things, you know, you've got a heads up on it for sure.
One other thing, I'm thinking smoking.
Oh.
What's the difference between someone who smokes and somebody who doesn't smoke?
Somebody can come in and I know they smoke. Their skin actually looks great. It's actually a vasoconstrictor, and so the oxygen can't get to the tissue.
Right, and nutrients.
I mean, you know, it's people who smoked a lot, but it's amazing how bad that is for your capillaries and everything. Everything just sort of gets hard and constricted, yeah.
Right, so no nutrients, and obviously the water can't get to your skin either, so it dries it out. Makes wrinkles, right?
Sure does.
Right. So let's talk about sort of a daily regimen of skincare. So what would you recommend?
Well, depending on, you know, your age, when we're younger, our skin tends to be oilier, so we would probably be doing more of cleansing, exfoliating, you know, maybe an oil-free moisturizer or an oil control moisturizer or SPF. But you know, I do teenager skin all the time, and the biggest thing is fighting the blackheads and all that because of the hormones and acne and puberty and all that. So that's that end, and then as we, you know, age, then we go to well, our cellular turnover slows down so much, so then we're exfoliating, but we're exfoliating to bring up the cellular turnover rate because it slows down so much. So then we're using things like acids, maybe a little glycolic acid or a little retin-A is great. But again, those things can make your skin a little bit more sensitive. So then you have to make sure you moisturize and wear your sunblocks
and get the sunblock on there for
Yeah.
sure. Okay, so that's imperative, really, the
Yes.
sunblock. All right, so we're talking cleansers. They kind of depend on your age and certainly how oily your skin is or how dry it might be or that kind of thing. And then there's other things like toners. What are toners do?
Oh, toners are great. They actually balance the pH of the skin and make sure you've gotten off all your cleanser. And now they make, the toners are so amazing. They're so refreshing. Actually, when it's so humid here, you can put on some toner and you actually don't need your moisturizer when it's raining out or, you know, when it's really humid. But they have peptides in them. There's, you know.
So they're replenishing, they're refreshing.
Yeah.
And they keep the pH where it should be, which is really important. All right, so then the next part, I mean, I'm thinking of my regimen, which you help me with, of course. So then we have masks. What would you do with masks? I mean, and how often do you do them?
Well, masks are, you know, what you do at home is 80% of what we can help you with because it's your everyday regime.
Right.
Masks are great to use once a week. It depends on your skin type. It would be hydrating, or maybe it would be a clay mask if you had oil or you were broken out.
Right.
I think it's a fantastic practice, and they're coming out with masks now that you just put on your skin for hydration or before you go out at night. They're peel-off masks that are amazing, you know.
Right.
So it's big out there in the skincare world.
Yeah, exactly. So do you think there's anything wrong with a moisturizer that also is an SPF product as well?
Not at all. Those are great for daytime, so you're not doing so much layering. However, you don't want to put that on at night.
Right.
And night is when our skin is repairing itself. That is when it's so imperative to cleanse, exfoliate your skin, put the moisturizer on so it can do its thing and it's got everything it needs.
Right, right. So those are, okay, so do we miss anything? We do exfoliation. How many times a week would you say?
I'd say a couple of times a week.
Right.
I mean, unless your skin is really, really sensitive, and even then you need something super light, maybe some rice bran with maybe a little enzymes in it, pineapple or, and papaya. Those are bromelain and papain. And they're very gentle, and you can put that on very, you know, gently on your face, let that sit for a minute, and they eat away at your dead cells like little Pac-Man, and rinse that off. And then the moisturizers can get into the skin.
So penetrate?
So, yeah, they can penetrate. Otherwise, if there's a layer of dead cells, they can't.
Of course not.
Yeah, they can't get in.
Right. So here's one thing I know I've been a little faulty on, and you brought this to my attention. It's really important to get your makeup off at night.
Oh, yes.
Right. So you can't just say, well, you know, I'll give it a little scrub and then, you know, I'll get the rest of the
Well,
morning.
you know, it's people who kind of wash their face or splash and stuff, but the eye makeup around the eyes,
Right.
and then the next morning it's all underneath your eyes, and your eyes, you know, I can't do it. It's just, you know, my eyes itch and everything. You really need to get that off. It's been sitting there all day in the sweat and the dirt.
Right. And that's the thing. And I mean, makeup does protect your face a little bit from the dirt and from, you know, the environment or whatever. But yeah, it's important to get it off.
You know, we're not living in New York City, however, you know.
Yeah, there's still junk in the air.
And with this humidity and stuff, we sweat a lot, and that's all just sitting there on the top of your skin.
So that's the face. What about the body? What do you recommend for that?
Oh, the body. I recommend a nice gentle cleanser. You don't need anything with, go into the toxicity of what's in some of the soaps.
Right.
Organic cleansers are great, or and then body scrubs are amazing. And moisturizing your body. It's the largest organ that you have, so take care of it.
Take care of it.
Yeah.
You make, in fact, at Paradise Spa, you make a body cleanser that I really like. And what's in that? Just, I know you, not
It's,
the trade secrets.
yeah. There's some organic sugar, and there's a little coconut oil, and there's essential oils in that, and there's
Natural fragrances.
Yeah. Oh yes, essential oils, and you know, vitamin E, that type of thing, and it's just made to perfection. So
Yes,
when
it
you
is.
scrub your body in the shower, it's not so oily that you slip. because that's the thing about a lot of the body polishes.
That's wonderful.
But yeah, we use it with our pedicures there, and people just love it. I mean, getting a massage with the scrub is phenomenal.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's wonderful. And so I know that you've helped me a lot and helped many other clients setting up their daily skincare regimen and making sure that they're doing the right things and doing it in the right order and all that kind of thing. And that's one of the things you do there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, when somebody comes in, we're always happy to do free consultations, and you know, I tell them, bring me the stuff you're using. Bring me your bag. I can go through it and tell you what's working and what isn't for you, and then, you know, make recommendations. But you know, a lot of people have no clue,
exactly,
you know, what's working and what isn't and what they need.
Yeah.
So that's what we're there for.
It's important.
Yeah.
Thanks. That's really great.
Yeah.
It's great information. So I hope that you, during November, when it's Healthy Skin Month, take a look at what you're doing with your skin, making sure you're protecting it. One thing that I've always noticed is that people do the silliest things, you know, they'll dunk their hands into cleansers and things like that. Put on gloves. Your
Use
skin,
a spatula.
anything.
Or, you know,
Right.
popsicle stick.
Popsicle, anything, because your hands, the rest of your skin is a protective barrier between you and the environment, so you need to protect it as well. Thank you so much. This is Dr. Jane Riley from Jane Riley Fitness, and of course Liz Fletcher from Paradise Day Spa. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you for having me.